All right, so here we have example C, and you can find this problem on page 221, and including the solution. I'm going to explain the details of how they get what they got in detail. And so let's see here. Driver A and B live in a state in which no fault insurance is mandatory. So driver A and B both have no fault insurance. We discussed no fault insurance in the previous slide. And as mentioned before, just a quick little summary, no fault insurance only involves medical. It does not involve property damage. So no vehicle damage is covered, only medical expenses. And on top of that, there's no fault. So regardless of who caused it, they each just cover their own portion, whoever, depending on who's in each vehicle. If there's the few passengers that were injured in driver A's vehicle, then driver A no fault insurance would cover everyone in that vehicle, in driver A vehicle, and then everyone in vehicle B will be covered there by vehicle B, driver B. Okay, so keeping that in mind, let's read through the problem. So there's two cars collided. So there was a wreck. Driver A and his passengers incurred medical expenses of $3,500. So driver A had a total of $3,500 of medical expenses. Okay, so and then we have driver B. Driver B and her passengers incurred $1,700 of medical expenses. Okay, so there's the medical expenses. But then we also have car A. So car A also had $1,400 of repairs. And then car B had $948 of repairs. How much did the insurance companies pay under the just no fault insurance coverage? So we're only looking at no fault insurance coverage. And if based on what I mentioned in the previous slide in the audio, and what I mentioned beginning of this video, repairs or the damage caused to the vehicles alone and the repairs costs down here are not covered. Remember, they're not covered by no fault insurance. It is only medical. Only the medical is covered. So how much did the insurance companies pay under the no fault insurance coverage? Well, it would only be the top two lines, the $3,500 and $1,700. Now, who pays what? That's the question. Well, we know that driver A is responsible for driver A medical expenses. Driver B is responsible for driver B medical expenses. Their insurance companies. So the driver A's insurance company will pay this much. And driver B insurance will cover this much. So that's what it comes down to. So hopefully that makes sense. They're each responsible. There's no fault, so we don't care whose fault it is. They're each responsible for whoever's in each vehicle, and only medical expenses. All right, so let me know if you have any questions about no fault insurance. And I would suggest trying Concept Check 12.1 found on page 221 to test your knowledge on what we've covered in this PowerPoint. Let me know if you have any concerns.